Of those surveyed, 65% know more or less about the fundamentals of hockey. Hockey is a sport played with 6 players on the ice, 5 skaters and 1 goalie. The main objective is to get the puck into the opponent's net. In 1980, the U.S. Olympic hockey team was expected to lose by overwhelming odds by the then dominating Soviets. Head coach Herb Brooks aided his team in a momentous victory that will never be forgotten. Herb Brooks, a key individual in this victory, was a driven man whether he was on the ice or leading one of the most well-known Olympic championship teams. I've never personally met Brooks myself, but I had been coached under his legacy, lived on through several of his successful players. Throughout the duration of my presentation, I will talk about Herb's career as a player himself, his success as a hockey coach, and his legacy he left behind. Growing up in St. Paul, Minnesota, Herb Brooks played hockey throughout his years in school. While attending Johnson High School, he and his team won the state championship in 1955. Brooks later on went to play at the University of Minnesota. As a hopeful candidate, he was last cut from the 1960 Olympic team, which went on to win the Olympic gold medal. Continuing his athletic career, he had a record amount of U.S. national and Olympic appearances. Herb used his experience as the nationals team as an athlete to transition into storied careers as an astonishing coach. Herb began his coaching career as his alma mater, the Minnesota Gophers. After winning 3 NCAA championships, Brooks was hired as the Olympic head coach. He handpicked players and trained them with a hybrid American-Canadian style, playing both with accentuated teamwork and creativity. Knowing one of the Soviets' dominant traits was conditioning, Brooks emphasized the training, even going as far as skating his players for hours after losing a game before the Olympics. After the Olympic gold medal, he continued to coach several NHL hockey teams, including the Pittsburgh Penguins, the New York Rangers, and the Minnesota North Stars. He was a long-term scout for both collegiate and NHL teams, and he eventually became the director of player personnel from 2002 to the day of his death. A lot of people lived through Brooks' success early on, but most people know him for his legacy after he left behind. Herb Brooks was inducted into the United States Hockey Hall of Fame and also International Hockey Hall of Fame. At the age of 66, Brooks died in a car accident on August 11, 2003. Shortly after his death, Disney released a movie about the 1980 Olympic team called Miracle. On the 25th anniversary of Miracle on Ice, the Olympic Ice Arena was renamed Herb Brooks Arena. Herb Brooks was known for orchestrating one of the greatest upsets in Olympic history through his driven personality and hard work ethic. During the speech, I discussed Herb Brooks' life as a hockey player, his dedication to his team, and his memory as a coach and individual. As once said from one of the greatest hockey coaches from all time, great moments are born from great opportunities.